Richard Petty Dream. Take one. Hello, everybody. Welcome back to 10 Man Collections. And I'm so sorry. I just wanted to do that since I started using this thing now. But anyway, and like I just said, this is not the dream story, but this is one where I'm actually meeting Richard Petty, the race car legend, the king himself. But anyway, but this story, or dream, is kind of weird. We go to this what looked like a field or something, but it had buildings. And my cousin runs like a floral landscape business. And well, he don't do the landscaping part anymore. He just sells like lawn equipment and stuff. But anyway, he's called out there to help clear out. And he asked me and my dad to come with him, so we did. And we looked around, and I said, "Wait a minute." There was an old race car covered up in one of the buildings, and I said, "Are we allowed to?" Todd went like, "No, don't mess with it." And I just happened to move the cover, and it was a 43 car. And if you guys were going like which 43, because the King had like several different makes and models, and I could tell you right now, I want the Superbird with the wing on it. I said, no, he'd probably keep that one somewhere else. But that one was the standard Roadrunner he had. Okay, if you guys remember that one. But yeah, it was the Roadrunner. It was covered up in a. I said, well, what is this doing here? And we're in an area that, like, I suppose Richard Petty kept some stuff there, and they wanted us to clear it off. And guess who shows up? A man named Dale Inman, and that's Richard Petty's cousin. And you know, he was saying thank you for like helping them clean out the place and everything, because it was some tall shrubbery and everything. We had to clear down, mow down, and everything. And then once we got talking with him, the King himself, Richard Petty, actually shows up and thanks us himself. And me and my dad were going like, "Oh God, this is the King, is Richard Petty." And I was like, "Oh snap!" But anyway, and what was I saying? Then he let us go on a trip, and he actually brought the Superbird car, and I was like, "Oh crap, yeah." I said, I wonder if he'd let me or Daddy drive it. He let my dad drive because it was a manual, so I didn't want to shift gears and, you know, mess it up. But anyway, that thing was fast. But anyway, shoot, what was that? Anyway, then we proceeded to talk to him. I said, "Is it possible can I get one of them hats?" And he told his cousin to contact the people that make his hats to make me one for me. And I was like, "Oh, thank you, sir. Thank you, King." But anyway, then as the dream continues, we end up actually going to take a tour of his Richard Petty garage. And I said, man, that place was full. They had like old cars getting restored, and even race cars, and even newer style stuff that was being put together with souped up parts and everything. I was like, oh crap, yes. I'm like, hallelujah. I said, I wonder if you'd let me drive one of these old cars that are being restored. But I said, no, it's a customer, so I don't want to mess it up. But anyway. Then we got to take a tour of the museum, and I was like, oh my God, I was looking at all the race cars that was there. They let me sit into the, what was it? It was one of the Pontiac Grand Prix race cars that I got to sit in that one. But that one was, in my dream, it was kind of stuck. So I figured if I went to this place in real life, it'd be like, yep, they won't let you do it. But anyway, this was a chance to sit in one of his race cars. I was like, oh, yes. But then I woke up and I said, oh man, that was a nice dream. But I said, I know all of you guys have dreams like that, meeting either Richard Petty or one of these other famous race car drivers, or even going to his museum, shaking him in the hand, letting him, or he letting you get into one of his cars. Because, you know, it would be disrespectful if you just jump in one of his cars without permission. But anyway, or even ask for a hat. Anyway, one of his hats. But anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed that. Don't forget to like, subscribe, turn on those post notifications, and I'll see you next time. and sayonara. Cut. I just love doing that now. Cut.